After completing nearly 3/4 of the Golden Road, we stumbled across one of the most beautiful campsites either of us has ever seen. A gigantic lake that was perfectly quiet. A place where we could take in the fall foliage, cook dinner, and relax for the final part of this trip. Or so we thought. In this series, we'll experience Maine through the seasons, covering 6 days of adventure travel as we move from the coastline to the ancient logging roads of the North Maine woods. Join us as we venture through the Pine Tree State and encounter plenty of challenges between the oldest lighthouse and the Canadian border. Welcome to the North Maine Adventure. After taking in the view of this beautiful location, I had 2 tents to set up. One was the Gazelle ground tent to sleep in, and the other was for something else. So I just had some business to take care of here on the other side of the campsite, basically. And without getting into much detail, I just want to say that this Jet Set Privacy Tent from Territory Tents saved the day. Extremely easy to set up. As you can see, it's got the little hubs here on the sides. Simple, zippered, very big front opening. And yeah, I love this thing. I could pop it up in 30 seconds and do what I need to do. So yeah, I mean, if you guys have any questions about it, or if you want to learn more, you can always head on over to my channel and check it out. I've got a couple reviews on there. But yeah, I'm still in awe of this campsite. Look at this place. Absolutely incredible. Time to wind down and actually, enjoy the situation. Looks like Jeremy's got a lot going on over here. He's already got a little fire started. Got his chair out. I should get my chair out. Time to turn into relaxing camp mode as opposed to last night's frantic, hard landing in the dark camp mode. Now I know what you're thinking. Where exactly is that campsite and how can I get there? And honestly, as much as I'd love to share that information, I know that in the wrong hands, it could lead to some big problems. We're certainly not trying to be gatekeepers or reserve the best spots for ourselves, but the North Maine Woods is almost entirely privately owned. And when travelers share great spots like this on such a giant platform like YouTube, it means that people who can treat it responsibly might find it, but then also people who might treat it irresponsibly will find it too. As the saying goes, with great power comes great responsibility. We spent the night by the fire talking about family, friends, and of course, future overland destinations. You know, the important stuff. Not knowing that it was the last bit of relaxing time we'd have at this campsite because the morning would be a bit more challenging. I awoke the next morning to the sound of rain hitting the tent. I was so uncomfortable from the damp, cold environment, I decided to pack everything into my truck and wait inside the cab for about 2 hours. A little after 6 a.m., Jeremy packed up his site and we moved back to the Golden Road. This wasn't exactly what we had in mind for the last day of our trip, but as long as we could complete the Golden Road, we'd be happy. So we just left camp, and it turns out we have found the same spot on the Golden Road that we briefly visited about 3 months ago, which means we're more than halfway, right?
Way more than halfway.
Way more than halfway, which is a good sign. It's what I want to hear, because it is cold, early, so I'm tired and grumpy, but it's cold, it's wet, and it is the final day of our trip, so we do need to be heading home at some point today. But yeah, this is the exact signage that I was standing in front of 3 months ago when I said, we're gonna have to return to Maine and try and complete the Golden Road. And here we are. So let's get back to it. Despite the mud and fallen branches, seeing the Golden Road go through such a stark transition over the past 12 hours was actually pretty cool. The dark skies might have dulled all the fall colors, but it brought on a dark, gritty, almost rugged feel to this section of Maine. And after a quick stop to view Mount Katahdin covered in fog, we were nearly at the end of the road. Power lines and pavement. First time we've seen this in 60 miles. There goes mile marker number 4. Almost to the end. Well, folks, it looks like that is it. That's it. Golden Road. 96 miles. End of the road, Jeremy.
End of the road.
End of the road. We did it. 96 miles of the Golden Road, start to finish. I'm pretty excited. That's like a, I don't know, that's like a big travel check mark off of my list. That road was intense. Logging road, and I don't know, I feel like the trucks took a beating, for sure.
There was a lot of vibration.
A lot of vibration, yeah. I would say, I'd recommend, you know, the way that we went was definitely the way to go. Starting at the Canadian border, starting in the northwest corner, and then moving down to the southeast. Somewhere along the last 15 to 20 miles, we saw patches of pavement here and there. I mean, it was really poorly maintained pavement in some spots, but we saw patches of pavement, and then, you know, longer stretches of pavement. And then we hit a point probably 10 minutes ago where there was actually cell service. So ending in Millinocket is like a welcome sight, you know, starting on the northwest corner where there's no cell service. The road is so poorly maintained, it just rattles your teeth apart. You're truly like out there in the North Maine woods, out in the wilderness. Starting there, ending here is nice. This is definitely like civilization. We have arrived here, you know. Now we can actually fuel up with gas. We're, believe it or not, even closer to home. Driving home from here, we get to chop off like 45 minutes to an hour of our travel time, which is nice. So yeah, huge accomplishment in my book. I feel like, in my opinion, very excited to have done this. So happy we came back to Maine. Doing the Golden Road during like the golden season with all of the orange and yellow leaves here in autumn is just chef's kiss. Just incredible. So incredible. I feel like that's been the word of the trip, is incredible. As you can also see, it is a cold, wet, and dreary morning. Kind of appropriate that we get to end the trip the same way that we started all of the Maine adventures back in the beginning of summer. We started with a rainy day. Now we're ending with a rainy day. So yeah, thanks for sticking around, everybody. I appreciate you watching this entire little Maine series. Head on over to the YouTube channel so you can check out more trips a lot like this one. Go check out Jeremy's channel, AT4 Overland Bound, so you can see his kind of interpretation or his perspective of this trip. And yeah, it's just, what a time. What a time. While sitting at the intersection of the Golden Road in Millinocket, we aired up our tires and took a moment to reflect on this amazing experience. And what an experience it was.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
Time to air up and get back to life, right, Jeremy?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Couldn't have done this without you.
Couldn't have done it without you.
What a
Amazing
good time.
trip.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. All right, people. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Peace. They say you are the company you keep, and I am absolutely okay with that. Special thanks to Rob and Jeremy for making this adventure one that I'll never forget. Remember, a good friend knows all your stories, but a great friend helps you write them. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing to the channel or joining my Varsity Team members page. Videos like this could not have been possible without the support from my channel sponsors and channel members. Thank you so much.